What's up, everyone? Kato Brawls here on why you should respect Ada mains, such as myself. So since I am, the greatest Ada main in the world, that I will tell you guys why I think Ada gets too much hate as a legend, and why you should respect her mains. So I know I made this video before, but let's be honest, I was really, the video is really bad. Like, please don't watch it. Unless you want to see how far I've come as a player, then you can watch it. But other than that, the video is really bad because I was stuck in gold as Ada, not like mid gold, mind you, and it was pretty ugly. I still could get away with spamming and competing, but just by spamming Sigs, and not like spamming an insane amount of time, but just relying on my Sigs instead of my normal attacks. And so now that I'm actually somewhat decent at the game, as you can see, my views on Ada have changed from my last video because the last video is, let's be honest, is bad. So let's get into training. I'm gonna just give you a quick analysis of Ada's Sigs and why Ada's not OP, she's not broken, and she's in fact not even good enough for it to be tournament meta. And I don't even think she's a top list character. So let's get into it. So yeah, nice. We gotta go beep bop boop. We gotta do that. Beep boop. Yeah. Boop bop. Beep boop boop. I think that's good. Yeah. That's fine. Okay. Hey. Boop. Beep. Where's my Skyforce blasters? Give me those Skyforce blasters. I earned them. There we go. There we go, because I actually purchased these, so, We'll go to Small Brawlhalla. Wow, those 30 seconds of me, just choosing my customized weapons. Let's see, put you in the middle. Close enough. And let's put, bop, beep, boop, do, da, boop. Oh, come on. This video is so bad. Queen Nine, reset, grounded, huzzah. Okay. So the main reason people dislike Ada is because when they think of Ada, they think of that. They just think of people spamming that. And let's be honest, I was one of those people. I just spammed this. I didn't even know about using this. Like, no one told me. I didn't know about using my downlight because no one told me. I wouldn't even use this. Excuse me. Can you? There we go. It's just no one told me about it. Because this is just basically, people think of Ada, they just think of the Side Sig spam, huzzah, because it does a lot of damage, has a lot of active frames, and perhaps most importantly, because of its active frames, you can't spot dodge it. Oops. You can't spot dodge it, and when you're in gold and below, what the heck? There. Just when you're in gold and below, it doesn't. Okay, there. When you're in gold and below, people spot dodge. They'd be like, oh, Side Sig, okay, dodge, and they'll still get hit by it because it lasts for a really long time. And look at that, it does a lot of damage. I landed like a few times. Queen Eye is really tanky, but still, she's in deep red. This could kill, especially on Small Brawlhalla. Yep, it killed, and she didn't even hit the full force of the Sig because the first part missed. So yeah, that Sig is really good. One of my favorite Sigs in the game. But is it really OP? It's not OP. It's not broken, and really, you have no excuse to get hit by it a lot. So you can't spot dodge it, obviously, but notice how it lasts a long time, right? It lasts a long time. You can't spot dodge, okay? And it does a lot of damage, okay? And it does. I'm not saying okay a lot. It does a lot of damage. Can't spot dodge, and yeah, what else? And it can kill pretty early, okay? Why do I keep on saying okay? Next, this combo can get you into gold easily because people in gold don't realize that you can't spot dodge they don't realize you can't spot dodge Ada's neutral sig, because everyone spot dodges in gold and below, basically. I mean, low gold and below. People don't realize. Okay, let's turn on the damage stun. But the boxes. I don't need hitboxes because I can just explain them to you. Oh my lord! What the heck? There. Okay. So you can't spot dodge this. It can kill pretty early, and it does not hit on the ground. You guys, crazy fact: this used to hit on the ground. That's. I wish it still hit on the ground, to be honest, even though that's crazy broken. Anyways, you can't spot dodge this. It does a lot of damage, and this combo itself, it gives you stage control. It can lead to an early kill. You can do this. I mean, you can do this. You can do this. You can kill yourself. You have a lot of options. But remember what I said for the Side Sig? Lasts a long time, lots of damage, lots of active frames. It's like kill lots of damage, lots of active frames, lasts a pretty long time. Both kill early. But guess what, guys? That means that both Sigs are very easy to punish. First off, it doesn't hit stack. Oops. So if I miss it, you can punish it, guys. I'm standing in a single spot for a very long amount of time. So it's very easy to punish as long as you're not like standing directly in front of me. Just don't stand directly in front of me. It has a tiny little bit of range where I can get a tiny little bit of range. It has more range than I usually give it credit for, because I like to play it safe and just get close. But when you're in front of Ada, standing in front of Ada, be wary of that Side Sig. And if you can bait a Side Sig and go over, then you have a nice punish, and that turns out one of the biggest factors when it comes to Ada. Now this Sig, I wasn't trying to hit that. This Sig, once again, lasts for a long time, so it's very easy to punish. Just I'd say don't get hit by it. People be like, oh my god, you're saying don't get hit by it? Oh, that's so basic. Oh, that's what everyone says. Don't just dodge. That's what everyone says. Oh, but really, when you're near Ada over here, don't jump up and just spot dodge. Just don't do it. If you ever have a lance and you're gonna recover, don't recover right here when you know Ada's sitting here like hello there, ready to just to destroy you. It's just nearly everyone in the game's neutral sig hits in this area, so you should be wary that, okay, when I jump in this spot, I have to be wary that a sig is gonna come out. And when this gets hit, and then when it's this Ada, you have to be wary, okay, I can't spot dodge there. And there's so many people like, does Brawlhalla have it? I think Brawlhalla has a 2-part sig in that area too. Oops, I messed that up. So yeah, it's kind of common sense. But that's the big thing when it comes to Ada is she's a very high risk, high reward legend. Oh, I messed it up twice. I'm bad at the game. Meaning, not only this can kill early. Ada has 6 attack, so this can kill pretty early, right? So it does a lot of damage, and 6 attack is pretty good. Oops. Excuse me, Queen 9. Once again, a lot of damage, lots of attack. I'm kind of repeating myself a lot, but I'm trying to make sure you guys understand where I'm coming from. For the big point, Ada's low defense. Ada's low defense makes it so she can never be tournament meta. She can never be a top tier legend because her stats are her attack's pretty good. Her speed doesn't make it like Artemis, where it's like, but her speed is pretty good. Her dexterity is good, but you're gonna probably more than likely you're gonna use the defense stance because Ada really needs that defense stance. But because of Ada's low defense, she'll never be tournament meta because low defense is no bueno. But because she has low defense, she misses a sig and you can easily turn a game around. Even if you're losing by a lot against an Ada main, the game can always sway in your favor, and trust me, I know this from personal experience from meeting Ada. Because you miss once, you get greedy, you miss a Sig. I'm standing in place for quite a lot of time, and with Ada's 3 defense, or even her 4 defense if you use the defense stance, that's an easy punish opportunity, and you can maximize. You can really take advantage of that, because if you get on top of Ada for a good amount of time, you can if you rack up a solid string on Ada, she's definitely gonna be in yellow. A normal legend would be in light yellow. She'll be in yellow, and you can easily get into an orange. I've had games where right from the get-go, before I even get a weapon, I'm already in the orange. Not because I'm doing anything bad. I just happen to get caught in a small string, and because of Ada's low defense, it's quite unfortunate. That's the one reason why it takes me so long to get to platinum with Ada. And that's the big struggle of any Ada main, is that Ada has incredibly low defense. She has incredibly low defense, and that's the big thing holding Ada back, because all of her two of her most iconic, whatever, her most well-known Sigs, both great active frames, great damage. I know I'm repeating this, but I'm gonna keep on hashing this and making sure you guys understand. Great, lots of damage, lots of active frames, but lots of early kills. But you can't spot dodge. But you punish those, and then that Ada main is messed up. That's 3 defense, 4 defense if you use the defense stance. Is that one thing you gotta watch out for when you main Ada. And that's the one thing you look for when you're against Ada. Oh, I'm bad. Because it's bad. Give her another thing of defense, BMG. But if Ada had some more, let's be honest, if Ada had more defense, she should be basically broken, because her Sigs are mostly great. Wow. You guys don't want to have a dodge window on that. Her Sigs are mostly great. So let's get into a brief overview of her Sigs real quick. So, for the rest of her Sigs. So, the one thing that Ada lacks, that every single blaster legend in the game has, is an anti-air Sig. Ada has no anti-air. So maybe that's the reason why I struggle against Lances and Axe so much. Well, Axe is Axe. But that's the reason I probably struggle against Lance so much, is because I have no anti-air as Ada. You can nair, but of course you have to jump and do whatnot. You can X-pivot nair if you're, oops. Can I do it? You can X-pivot nair. That's you. Dash, jump, opposite direction, opposite corner direction. You can X-pivot nair, but you really have no true anti-air Sig, and that can really hurt you. Instead, your neutral Sig, you jump up, and you shoot some Blasty Blast Goos right there, and the main application of this is for edge guarding, because it hits multiple times, and it's just perfect for edge guards. It has enough force to just knock you down, and even if it doesn't kill, not only do I have stage control, I have ledge control. I can ground pound you. I can throw a weapon up and ground pound you. It's like, oh my blasters. Yeah. But the one most underrated thing about this Sig is that even if I miss it, it's very hard to punish. It's usually super hard to punish, and you'd say, what? You're literally jumping up in the air, and you're going into where nearly everyone's neutral Sig is, except Cross, Koji, Rayman. You're jumping up in the air and landing in the area of a neutral Sig, or it's just, you'd think it's super easy to punish. Well, it's not, because okay, let's look at this. Look where the blasts are hitting. Look where I land. Where I land is basically where the blasts ended. See that? That means you can't stand in this area. You might be able to get lucky and try to spot dodge it. You spot dodge one of the blasts and get out of there. But you can't really stand in that area. Thus, you can't stand in that, and that's the area you need to stand in if you're going to punish it. so you can just get out the way, or if I miss it like that, you have to turn around and come hunt me down. But I can recover pretty quickly, and I'm right back into my thing. Right back into it. Oh, I missed it. It's okay. Right back into it. It's not a big deal. I can just keep jumping, keep on attacking. There's no, you can't position yourself in a good, there's no way to position yourself in a good way to punish it. And it's perfect for giving it, like, when you're, oh, they're just out of range to do my Side Sig effectively, so I'm just gonna go right into the Neutral Sig and hit them a little bit. It's not great for, it's not a great kill option. Another good point why Ada is not, you have to respect those Ada mains, because this is a very, it's a hard Sig to use, because even though you can't really punish it, it's extremely hard to reliably hit since I'm jumping up in the air and whatnot. So it's really hard to reliably hit. And I guess you could punish it if you're like already in the air when it's happening, or you just see it coming and you read. But of course, that's true for every Sig. It's extremely hard to land. It has a very niche kind of applications where you just want a little more range instead of that Side Sig, so you go into the Neutral Sig. There's an edge guard opportunity, but of course, most people, especially in like mid gold to above, will realize, okay, it's an Ada main. Two things you don't do: when she has a spear, you don't jump here. When she has the blasters, you don't stick around here, or she's gonna bop you one. And see how it just perfectly goes right there for that edge guard kill. So yeah, Neutral Sig, not great. I don't think it's bad. I'm gonna start using it a little more often, just for the sake of doing it. So, but not the best Sig, and it leaves Ada vulnerable because she has no anti-air, which is interesting. Oops, I need the blasters. Side Sig we already covered, lots of damage. I've repeated so much about the Side Sig, so I'm not gonna go into that right now, or I'm not gonna go into that because I've already said so much. It doesn't hit stack, just if you guys were wondering. Meaning if you stand right on top of me, it's not gonna hit. Passive Sig. The most underrated part about her passive Sig is that because it's a passive Sig, it hits stacked, which is incredible. Because with blasters, like, I guess I could do that. Doing that, I could do that if I can get it off fast enough, because it does hit stacked, believe it or not. Let's see. Yeah, it does hit stack. Watch. If I can get it off fast enough, or you could just do that. But both, I feel like both are pretty reactable. But you'd think people would be able to react to this, but people freeze when you just do this. It's like, they're like, wait, nani? They just freeze. And I think it's the most underrated part about that passive Sig, is the fact that it hits stacked is mucho bueno, guys. I mean, it makes me one of my, it's one of my favorite Sigs. It does not kill, which is, makes me a little mad. I mean, I wish it was a better kill option. But of course, that would make it is not broken, so that's not a really reliable kill option unless they're like ridiculously high health. So, which is true for any Sig of edgy, any legend can kill on when your opponent is on ridiculously high health. And yeah, it's a passive Sig. It's a 2-part Sig, which is also great. So if someone's like rushing you, like, hey dude, back off, I'm just gonna respect my range a little bit. A really aggressive Asuri is trying to bull rush you, and you can surprise them with a little, okay? Try not to spam this move, guys, because that not only is that, kind of a jerk move to do. I mean, not a jerk. I'm not talking about, it's a douchey thing to do, just to spam it, which is true for any Sig. But if you can surprise, and if you spam it, then it loses its effectiveness. But if you can surprise someone, like, okay, they're rushing you, like, hey, respect I have a passive Sig, start respecting that. And you can miss the first part. It's a 2-part Sig, which is great, which I already said. And hitting it stacked is great. You find yourself in this awkward, like, okay, none of it, we can't hit each other at all, because we're right on top of each other, and we have no moves that can do that. JK. Oops. Passive Sig. Yeah, and it's a really great move. It's not awesome, but it's one of my favorite blaster Sigs, because not because of how it hits stack, and I can just say, okay, you know what, back off, guys, and it's a pretty safe option. what else? Let's see. Let's go to the spear because those are all her blasters. 6. Can I get a spear, please? Like I already said, Neutral Sig, lots of active frames, kills pretty early. You can chain it into that, which is a great option. And one BMG jump, what was it? They had like one of those videos where they had some professional kicking people's butts and whatnot. They said, "Oh, no one does that. No one does that combo for Ada for the spear." I think you should be using that combo. I mean, it's a really good combo, and I mean, the one thing you have to be worried about when you main Ada, you can't have your whole spear game rely on trying to hit that. And that was one of the biggest mistakes I had. Is when I was in mid gold, I was just focusing on that was my whole spear game. Like, okay, how can I get the neutral sig? And you should be relying on your side light. I mean, your neutral light. Your side light is a little more risky. Your down light. Your nair. Try to practice using your down air. And yeah. Ada's side sig for the spear is not really great. It covers a decent amount of range. Not like a val amount of range, but it covers a decent amount of range. People say it comes out fast. I've always been kind of iffy on that, but I've realized it does come out after, when everyone's always biased about their main, because, you don't want to say, oh, my main's really great, because that makes you feel like, hey, you got your rank because of how good your main is. But the side sig is much faster than I usually give it credit for. It's just that the fact that it's just such a standard sig, where it just goes a decent length, and it just goes to the side, makes it people like, okay, we know that that's going to come, and we can easily, and that's very spot dodgeable. It's not fast enough to the point where you can't really react to it. You can surprise someone, but you don't use it a lot. And it's not the best kill option, because my favorite Ada kill option is the Down Sig, because you can't spot dodge it. And it's like, people are usually like, I got hit by it, and how'd I get hit by it? Why am I still getting hit by it? Let me show you. This is what people are like. They're like, that's not really what I wanted. But people are like, how'd I get hit by that? But you can't spot dodge that, so it's the perfect sig to do, because it's safe. Because it goes around you twice. You have a recovery frame, but if you're using it wisely, it's not that risky, because it goes around you twice, and you can recover. You can recover after it, but the positioning it places you in, where people have to back off, gives you the space and time to recover, and use it again. And look at that, the active frame. So, like, that's the best part about that sig. Oops, didn't mean to do that one. The active, guys, just a running theme here. Just Ada, know that spot dodging against Ada is a no-no, and that's why I feel like if you main Ada, you should be, and if you're good at the game, or not even good, if you're decent at, I don't want to insult anyone, but if you're decent at the game, and don't be like, oh man, I feel like it's horrible right now. No, guys, Brawlhalla, it's a learning. I'm keep on learning new stuff every day when I play Brawlhalla. I'm learning new combos, learning new things I didn't know about. Like, basic things I didn't even know about, to downlight to side air. Like, this is the most basic combo, and I didn't even know about it. But you're constantly learning. But if you have to, you can easily get to gold as Ada. You can easily get to gold as Ada, even if just by spamming Sigs is fairly easy, because people spawn dodge and they're like, how did that hit? They spot dodge it. How did that hit? because they spot dodge it. They rush in like with no plan whatsoever. You're like, okay, 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 and then when the time comes, you just do that. Because I missed it, but you know, you get the point. You can spot dodge that. You can't spot dodge that. You can't spot dodge that. I mean, just don't spot dodge into Ada, and you're really fine. All it takes is, oh look, I missed something, and let's say, oh look, I missed that read. You can punish the heck out of Ada with that terrible defense. It's really Ada's defense is really bad, guys. You know that 3 defense is literally the worst possible defense in the game. Why do you think Ember will never be meta? Why do you think Gyro, Hero, whatever, will never be meta? It's because that 3 defense is just not good enough. I know there should be no dodge window in that. I know. Don't spam me in the comments. Oops. So yeah, I mean, if you have any questions on Ada, like let me know in the comments, and I'll be glad to answer them. But yeah, she's not broken. She's not OP because that low def. All of her Sigs. I've explained to you the weaknesses and strengths of each Sig. This is probably the safest Sig all around. There's some recovery frames and whatnot, but I mean it's just the safest all around Sig. That's the one Sig that if you complain about that one, it's kind of justifiable. But of course, Core has it where it comes out super fast. It's not a 2-part Sig, but it comes out much faster, and so you can't really complain about Ada's too much because you know Core exists, and Sentinel also has one that comes out fast all around him. There's a few legends that have Sigs that come out fast all around them, so can't really complain too much in that aspect. But that's the one Sig you should be complaining about. This Sig. It's a high risk, high reward. I hit it. It's yes, awesome. I miss, and then I possibly lost the game. So when it comes, especially when it's just someone really good at parrying and punishing, that just can cost you the game. So it will just tear you apart. Just remember, guys, 6 attack, 3 or 4 defense, and that 3 or 4 defense is what holds Ada back. Because you miss a Sig, you get punished for it. You get hit by some lucky attacks. You get hit by an axe. Zul literally breathes on you, and you're in orange or deep orange. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like I covered everything. I covered Neutral Sig. Covered the Neutral Sig. Good, very niche. Side Sig, really good, but easily punishable. Down Sig, pretty safe. Unless if you use it a lot, it's ineffective if you use it a lot. But it hits stack, which is actually very underrated in my opinion. Neutral Sig, very good. All our Sigs are. Ada has some of the best Sigs in the game. I will not lie. It's just their stats are very bad. The defense is a big problem. Dexterity and speed is fine. The attack is fine, but she doesn't need like crazy attacks, since she already has that Sig, which kills really early. Unstoppable. But her speed is the thing holding her back. Side Sig isn't great. It's just a normal. It's a casual Sig. Comes out somewhat fast, but it's pretty you can still react to it and just spot dodge it. And it will not kill early. Maybe on Smart Brawlhalla it will. Let's see. Yeah, it's not gonna kill early. This should kill. Oh. Yeah, so and then as you can see, there was a good gap where there's a good gap where you can miss. And the Down Sig is the safest Sig in Ada's kit, because whoop. Oh my god, this video's almost half an hour long. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm probably gonna have to post a condensed version of this, because this video is extensive. But I want to give a detailed analysis of all of Ada's Sigs. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys with some more Brawlhalla content. We gotta end this video before we reach half an hour. Oh my god! Peace out.